Yes, student, today we will going to learn Pythagoras theorem. So first of all, what is Pythagoras theorem? We already know in right angle triangle there is a condition that the longest side, the square of longest side, if we suppose it as h, this is standing line as p and this as base, then we have already learned in junior classes that h square is equal to p square plus b square. So this condition we have learned as a Pythagoras property. So Pythagoras is the name of the mathematician. He gave this property. So let us first come to the statement. Statement also you have to come because mostly in the examination it is asked state and prove Pythagoras theorem. So you have to write the statement also. So for writing the statement you have to write this condition first and then you have to start the statement. We know that this condition is applicable only for right angle triangle. So our statement start with right angle triangle. In right angled triangle, comma, the square of longest side, hypotenuse is called as longest side. You can use the word hypotenuse or longest side, both will be correct. The square of longest side then is equal to sum of square of other two side. We don't have to specify them, you have to write other two side, is equal to sum of square of other two sides. So this way you can learn the statement. After learning the statement we have to do its proof. So first of all let us write the given. Side by side we are drawing the figure also. So let us take the right angle triangle as this way, not as we commonly use. Here we are taking this vertical angle as the 90 degree, means this is right angle triangle A, B, C. So what is given? Triangle ABC in which angle is 90 degree, that you have to specify. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to 90 degree. You can write 90 degree or right angle. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove this condition, h square equal to p square plus b square. So on the basis of this triangle we have to identify which is the longest side. Always we have to remember the side which is opposite to 90 degree will be taken as the longest side. So here BC is opposite to angle A, so BC will be considered as the longest side. So we can write BC square is equal to, then other two sides will be these two. We can write any name at the first place, AB square plus AC square. So this condition we have to prove. BC square is equal to AB square plus AC square. Now for proving it, we have to do a construction. What the construction will going to do? We will going to draw a perpendicular from A to the line BC. So let this be the perpendicular. Let us mark it as D. This is perpendicular. Let AD perpendicular to BC. Perpendicular means it is making 90 degree of angle. Now let us come to the proof. For proving this condition we have to use the similarity criteria. Now for similarity criteria we have to take two triangle and prove them as similar. What the two triangle will be there? First of all we are observing that we have the main triangle ABC or BAC, any name you can say, and inside the triangle we have two smaller triangles. They are also right angle triangle. Why they are right angle triangle? Because we have angle D as a 90 degree. If here is 90 degree then here will also be 90 degree on the basis of linear pair. So we have three triangles. We have to take the smaller triangle and the bigger triangle. For taking it, first of all, this is a trick I am telling you. Make arrow like this. First of all, we are going to take this triangle, this smaller triangle, and then the bigger triangle, and we have to name like this. The bigger triangle we have to name from this point only. Since the arrow start from this, so we have to write the name from this point only. First we are writing the name of the smaller triangle. So we have the smaller triangle BDA. We are following the arrow BDA. In triangle BDA and triangle. This is the smaller triangle we have taken BDA. Then we are going to take the bigger triangle also, that is BAC. We will going to name the bigger triangle from the point B only. B 90 degree we have to write at the center, BAC. BAC. Now we have to prove these two triangles as similar. For proving these two triangles as similar, we have to identify two angles. We are going to use the angle similarity. So just the two angles we have to identify which are equal in both of them. If we observe angle B, it is in both the triangle, in the smaller one and in the bigger one. If you name it correctly, then you don't have to find it out from the figure. You just take the name only. This first one, B will be equal to B and angle D will be equal to angle A. Angle B is equal to angle B, the reason is common. Angle D is equal to angle A, the reason is 90 degree. Angle B is equal to angle B, the reason is common. Angle D is equal to angle A, the reason is each 90 degree. Therefore, we can say both the triangle are similar. Triangle BDA similar to triangle BAC. By which similarity? Angle similarity. For angle similarity, you don't have to take all the three angles. You just take two angles and on the basis of it you can say both the triangles are similar. Because if similarity. Now, when both the triangles are similar, then their sides are in the ratio. So how we will going to take the sides? First two and first two. BD upon BA is equal to last two and last two. DA upon AC equal to first and last, first and last. BA upon BC. You have to write the name of the first triangle at the numerator and of second triangle at the denominator. Now from this you have to take those two parts which you are observing that when you cross multiply them, they will be changed into square. So if you observe BA and BA, this is at the numerator and this is at the denominator and this is at the numerator, then it will be changed into BA square. So we are going to take first and the last. This implies that BD upon BA is equal to BA upon BC, or cross multiply them. This will give BD into BC equal to BA square. If you observe the condition which you have to prove, BA square or AB square, it means the same. You can write it in the correct form also. Or BD into BC is equal to AB square. Let it be equation number second. The same way, taking the next two triangle, that is this smaller one triangle and again the bigger one triangle. Now for taking the second smaller one triangle, again we are marking the arrow. Here we have started the arrow from here to end over here. Then for the another you have to start from here only where the arrow ended. So for the next triangle we are going to name as CDA or ADC. Now for the next two triangle, we have to mark the arrow like this. Here we have started like this, then for another like this. Now on the basis of this arrow, we're going to write the name. Now in triangle, first we're going to write the name of the smaller one. Since the arrow start from here, so we're going to write as CDA. In triangle CDA and triangle, the name of the second triangle also we're going to write from here, CAB. CAB. Now here again we have to identify two equal angles. So C and C, first two parts are equal. Angle C is equal to angle C and angle D is equal to angle A, each 90 degree. Angle C is equal to angle C, common. Angle D is equal to angle A, each 90 degree. So we can say triangle CDA is similar to triangle CAB. By which similarity? Again by the same similarity, angle similarity. Now if the triangles are similar, then the sides are in the ratio. So we're going to take the sides in the ratio, first 2 upon first 2. CD upon CA is equal to last 2 upon last 2. DA upon AB equal to first and last, first and last. CA upon CB. So here also you have to take those two parts in which you are observing after cross multiplication we get square. So if you observe here CA and CA, they will be changed into square. So we're going to again take first and last. Or CD upon CA equal to CA upon CD. Now cross multiply both of them. You will get CD into CB equal to CA. CD into CB equal to CA square. If we see the portion which we have to prove, you can easily observe that CA means AC square we have got. So let us write it in the correct form, or we can write it as CD into CB equal to AC square. Let this be equation number second. Now what we have to do, we have to add both the equation. Why we are going to add? Because in equation number first we are observing AB square, and equation number second we are observing AC square. And if we see the portion which we have to prove, there is a sign of addition between both of them. So that's why on the basis of this we can say we have to add both the equation. Now adding equation 1 and 2. When we add equation 1 and 2, we have to add left hand side by left hand side and right hand side by right hand side. So in the first equation we have BD into BC on the left hand side. So let us first write BD into BC plus, in the second equation we have on the left hand side CD into CB. Point means multiplication. On the right hand side we have AB square plus, in second equation we have AC square. So this portion we have got. Now what changes we have to do? We have to do the calculation over here. So if we observe it, here we have BD into BC, here we have CD into CB. We can say CB is BC. So these two parts are same. So we can take it as common. So we're going to take as common. You can take either in the front or at the last. BC we have taken as common. What is left? BD plus CD equal to AB square plus AC square. Now if we see the figure, BD plus CD, if we combine these two lines, we will get the complete line, that is BC. It means this combination within the bracket is again changed into BC. So BC into BC. Since the bracket is there, so both of them will be multiplied. We are removing the bracket, so it means BC into BC equal to AB square plus AC square. So BC into BC will give BC square equal to AB square plus AC square. So this is the required condition which we have to prove. Thank you.